Some of the Celtics and the Grizzlies walking in Memphis. Back and forth game tonight down there in the Grindhouse.
Good game. Playoff teams.
Late in the fourth, Mike Conley might be overpaid, Timmy,
Yeah.
but he can knock down that three. Next possession, little guy, Isaiah Thomas. He can do that.
Whatever you can do, I can do better.
Not
Conley
up.
says, watch this offhand. Right hand.
Oh,
Right hand. He's lefty, folks.
that is impressive. Now, Isaiah, though, hit a couple free throws in the following possession, and the game goes to overtime. In it, Memphis down 4, Troy Daniels.
Yeah, watch this. Dirty play. Look dirty
Zebo.
to me.
Big elbow into Kelly Olynyk, gets shaken up. Flagrant 2, he was ejected. How about that? So 1-point game, less than 35 seconds left. Al Horford off the glass, seal the deal. Boston covers the 2 barely. Oh, again, heartbreak. I mean, these games tonight, if you're a gambler, they are literally down to the final possession. Isaiah led the Celtics with 44 points for the little big man. They get that win on the Horford layup, 112.
I just have so much respect for Memphis. They lose this game, but Vegas doesn't respect them. They're not even
None at all.
favorite
At home.
And they were outstanding in the 9 games Mike Conley missed. They went 7-2.
Pretty good. I do want to see the Zebo play if we can get it at some point.
It
here,
was
because
dirty.
You said that's dirty.
Yeah.
Well, this is.
It's not dirty if it's an elbow to the chest. Even if it's an elbow. The fact that you elbow somebody in the neck. Have you ever been hit in the Adam's apple or you feel like you swallow it? You're like,
Yeah, you can't breathe.
yeah, that's a dirty play.
Okay, and is this one of those?
It's the head area, and that's a point of emphasis.
No doubt. Is this one of those cases where Zebo's got to know better being Zebo? It's in overtime, or it doesn't matter if this is first quarter or end of the game in a tight game in overtime. This is just dirty play in your
I
eyes.
wasn't watching the game that closely, and obviously I watched down the stretch, but I didn't see what
right.
happened
Let's see.
as the game went on.
Oh, you're
It's
right.
It's a physical play. Olynyk's kind of banging into him, and then right here you're going to see the elbow back to him. So you don't know. Over the course of the game, you got 2 6'9" men, 275 pounds, banging into each other.
Zebo's look was almost like, come on, dude. Like, did you really have to fall? That's the look he gave. Like, come on. Like, really? But it did, you're right. In real speed, it looked kind of dangerous and nasty.
Yeah, so Zach Randolph's an old school type of guy.
Mm-hmm.
He has to be smarter than that. I think tonight he cost him the game.
Yeah, is that the bigger point that you cost yourself and your team a game in December, which we'll see how that plays out a couple months down the road, or he's like, hey, man, that's basketball. That's big boy basketball. That's the way we play down low. And if you want to get rough and tumble with me in the paint, I'm there.
Yeah, but who ends up winning?
Boston.
And I think Kelly Olynyk ends up winning because, he ends up getting tossed in the game, and he's a difference maker out there.
Who would you rather, if you're going to lose one of those two guys and they lose Zebo, advantage Boston, Kelly Olynyk?
This is a well-played game, though. I think both these teams are playoff teams, kind of mirror images of one another. Tough. No real kind of superstar type player. A lot of really solid big-time players who made big-time plays.
Is Memphis still that throwback team that in the Western Conference people are not going to want to play because nobody plays
But
that
I think
style of basketball?
Boston's the same way in the East.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody wants to see Boston. Brad Stevens kind of just do all the little things. They have a guy who can go out and close games late. I think both these teams are very similar. I think that's why you saw a game that literally went down to the wire.
Yeah, I think like if you play pickup ball like I used to do, people that ran screens and plays, you like rolled your eyes like, oh, they play defense and they actually run plays. Like this is just supposed to be fun, right? It's basketball. Hey, let me shoot. But that's what Memphis and Boston does. They're like, we're going to grind you out every possession, and this is not going to be Golden State style hoops.
Yeah, I think they have to because, once again, I don't think they have the superior talent. I could name some other teams in the NBA that are more talented than those two teams that aren't in the playoffs, like Sacramento, like the Lakers, like the Wizards. I think all those teams have talent, have some talented players. DeMarcus Cousins is more talented than any player on either one of those teams. His team doesn't sniff the playoffs. The Lakers have all this young talent. John Wall, Bradley Beal. These teams aren't playoff teams, but Boston and Memphis, they do all the little things. Yeah, they grind you out. I mean, that's a perfect nickname
the
for
grindhouse.
Memphis' home court.
If we were playing pickup hoops and we were on opposite sides, would you let me get shots off, or would you like deem me out?
Dave, if I guarded you, I'd let you shoot whenever you want.